Hey, Max.
What's up?
You've got a brain for wetware systems, right?
Don't you mean full of wetware systems?
This isn't just me being offensive. Can you have a word with the door controls?
I'll see what I can do. Got it.
Absolutely not.
Why not?
It's completely unprofessional, and Central is already going to be pretty mad at us. Well, as mad as an AI can get.
I think you can play your success at the station. It'll balance it.
It's not a good idea.
Look, if you don't want any more trouble with Central, I'll take this one. It'll be all on me.
But really, you're just using that as an excuse to get me to do the hard work.
You know me too well.
Fine. Make sure to mention that I was just here in an advisory capacity.
Let's get to it then.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Technobabylon. If you remember from last time, we were investigating the rather grisly death of Giel van der Waal and his partner, husband, I don't know what they want to call him, the Olympic swimmer guy who got assassinated in a fairly high-tech kind of way.
Oh, you found him.
Apparently this is what Central wanted me to see.
Oh,
Why would he
no.
do this? I stopped him.
Charlie,
I promised him I could help, and then it
Oh my
did this
gosh.
to him.
maybe it's trying to hammer home the message. After all, Central didn't ask you to talk him out of it. It said neutralize.
Why would it be so?
Dr. Regis,
You, soulless, callous. I promised him!
his euthanasia was a necessary measure. 75% of the captured bombers have attempted self-immolation in custody. The risk of repeating such an action was
Oh
unacceptable.
man.
He wouldn't have.
Whatever the case may have been, cell command offices are now safe from...
Big pause.
Central?
Uh-oh.
General alarm.
General alarm. Central functions compromised.
Localized E-war attacks detected within heuristic barrier systems. Systems entering siege mode. All personnel equipped for abstract dynamic countermeasures. Please report to action stations. Repeat.
Abstract dynamics to action stations.
Man.
Sounds like I'm needed.
Well, the game does know how to...
Remember, no matter what Central says, you've done a great job today.
Thanks. So yeah, they do know how to keep the pressure on, you gotta give it that. So, this is, a fairly major thing, I would say. This is not what you want to have happen, because, boy, if Central didn't just murder that guy that we talked down out of bombing.
It's a volumetric hologram. Even I know I can't
Alright,
actually
alright.
grab it. They've holomapped his bone structure. Years of gene tampering left this kid's bones weakened and warped all around his body.
Yeah, this kid kind of had a rough go of it. I mean, he was raised by a insane Texan warlord to become a human bomber, was briefly talked out of his killing spree by us, and then was neutralized by an AI who decided that his chances of him going bad were above reasonable threshold or whatever.
The X-ray shows I was right. He had the spinal brace for
Yeah.
scoliosis. It's a symptom of the genetic adjustments made to his bones.
Interesting. This apparently isn't really true. He wasn't terminated there. Although I guess that's sort of a catch-all for if we did kill him at the train. Ah, there we go. Via barbiturate overdose. Sure. So he's got bomb bones. I see. Well, we don't really have anything that would work with that. We've got the memory module that we can use to preserve our as-yet unborn kids, although as some of you have noted in the thread, that's not my priority, and to the extent that I'm allowed to, I'm going to be defying the guy who's holding our kids' lives over us because I don't think I care about them.
It's operated by Central. There isn't anything I can do with it.
Well, you never know if we might need an explosive bone. If we do need it, it's here. And also, we started off with apparently Central having an E attack of some kind. Someone is trying to bring down Central. One wonders how such a thing is possible, but we're now left with a number of things we could do. We could try to contact our mysterious benefactor and let him know that we have this.
The strangely configured memory module demanded by the blackmailer. It gives Lau a headache when she's too near it, suggesting it's broadcasting a signal that her wetware
Hopefully it wasn't doing the same thing to her wetware that it did to the one in the wine, which is turned into a hallucinogenic compound, otherwise she would have been in some serious trouble. We can't go into our colleague's office. Oh wow, looks like Chantel has been delivered to our office.
Better not touch it. Lau's probably got her own
Interesting.
plans for it.
So, Central doesn't really do everything. It relies on Lau for at least some of the operations, which I find to be interesting. Any new mail for us? Yes, alright. Let's see. Yeah, this is all looking... Oh, here we... Oh, no. This is all old stuff. No new mail, then. That's fine. News is still the same. Okay, because this is the same chapter, there's nothing particularly new here. Yep. Okay, let's see what else we got going. I wonder if that kid who was tripping out is still in the ward. Whatever you call this, the waiting room, I guess. Sort of a holding cell in this techno-futuristic police corps area. You better watch out, kid. The central computer is sort of killing...
Hey, kid. You alright?
Yeah, you're alright. You'll be fine. Central computer is killing whoever it thinks is danger. You wonder what the cutoff is. I mean, 75% self-immolation when you're a huge explosive. You know, one's cold, logical center agrees that maybe it's good to not have a living bomb there. However, the category of hope is perhaps something that's harder to quantify, and one of the very human elements that Charlie complained that Central wouldn't have, which I think is easily seen. Well, let's head to the balcony and see if we can give our blackmailer that thing. You know, Charlie's complaint about the AI seems very strangely formatted to me. He complains that he worries that it wouldn't be effective enough, that he thinks it wouldn't be... it's interesting, the little pile of leaves that was here earlier is gone. He thinks that Central wouldn't be effective, and that's not the complaint I would lodge. I would say it would probably be very effective within defined parameters. The problem is, how do you define those parameters? Is it more important to always give a human being a chance, even if 3/4 of the time they explode themselves, causing property damage, potentially loss of life? I mean, you know, it certainly seemed very wrong to me when Central just neutralized him like that after we had talked him down and agreed to give him help. But at the same time, you know, that was from a purely mechanical point of view. Just being paranoid here.
It's empty.
From a purely mechanical point of view, it was the, quote, right thing to do. Oh no, I thought that was a data store. It's fragments of our kid. This person is hardcore.
What
You
the
know what
hell
it
is
is.
this?
It is what you saw earlier to show you
Okay.
two things. Firstly, it serves to prove what I have in my possession.
I don't know.
Second, that you must be very careful what you say when you speak with me.
I have the memory module from Vanderwall's place.
Good. Place it on the bench in your garden.
Man, that guy's a jerk. He is a grade A jerk. Anyway, here's the memory module. I don't think we can, like, do anything to it, you know, track it or anything. If it were me, I might see about placing a tracking device on it or something, but, whatever, we'll play along for now.
Okay, module's in the garden.
Excellent. I'm sending
Great.
you an address. It's a dump of a studio apartment out in the barrel. The occupant is on vacation. I want you
Oh,
to
no.
destroy it.
Excuse me?
Procure an explosive device, plant it within his apartment.
Oh, no. Were we the one that was trying to bomb Mandala?
Where am I supposed to find a bomb?
You work for Cell, Dr. Regis. If anyone had access to such a device, I've no doubt it would be yourselves. Legitimate or otherwise.
I don't know. Construction company. Whatever. You know, a lot of people would have explosives.
Why do you want this apartment destroyed?
My reasons are not your concern, Dr. Regis. What is your concern, however, is the matter of your embryo's safety.
How would I even get something like that out?
I hear Central isn't quite itself at the moment. Strike now, while the iron is hot.
So, obviously, this is going to be one of those, do we want him to destroy another one of our kids things? And you know what? I'm not going quietly into that good night. I will rage against the dying of the light.
Theft of evidence is one thing, but I cannot, will not destroy an apartment.
Come now, Doctor. What would Viksha think? You're putting pride before the safety, the lives of your children.
How do I know you won't just, like this one, You
don't. This is the best chance you have of their survival in any case. Destroying an unoccupied apartment, that's all I ask.
But there's a... I'm surprised he didn't destroy one of the kids. There's people above and below him for that apartment, for crying out loud. Well. Yeah. Interesting. Must be fading or running out of juice or something like that. So, that is super interesting. And the question remains, where are we going to find a bomb? And the answer will have already suggested itself to keen-eyed viewers. There's a formerly living bomb right in the middle of headquarters there. We can head to the apartment once we have the stuff, but I think we'd better head back to Cell HQ for now. So, and again, maybe this is just me not playing along as much as I should, but I think bringing up Viksha was probably a bad move, because not that I know everything about her, but if she was as good a person as we remember, I think her response to what would Viksha say would probably be something like, I don't know, don't start blowing up buildings and stealing evidence for this obviously bad person in exchange for our kids, live a good life. If the kid was living and, growing and we had committed our lives to their care, that would be one thing. We maybe would have more of a claim that we cared about them, but obviously we're just holding on to those embryos as they're sort of the last sort of living vestige of the past, or this last sort of living, although the tree too, I suppose. But whatever. We've got to let go at some point. Although, I don't really blame him for not going along with it for right now. Yeah, I need to...
It's operated.
I need to control the surgical apparatus. Somehow. I need to find a way to operate that thing.
Lau, you there?
Regis?
You alright, Max?
Huh? Oh, yeah, just my in-out bandwidth. Central's monopolizing my wiring with the debrief. Makes it hard to concentrate on things outside the trance. Is it important?
Never mind. It can wait.
I'll tell Central you said hi.
Thank you. So presumably Central's got its hands absolutely full for now. Let's see. We can call somebody. We don't really have access to too many files from here.
Trying to tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she says. Like it was something from the article.
Might well have been. Can't go in there. So we gotta find some way to get this guy's bones out of him. Let's see if in adventure game logic, as soon as a thing opens up, as soon as a new location opens up, there are things to do there. We have our plan down. We know about what we want to do. We're just not sure how we're going to do it. So one of the things that I like about this game is I do think that... they railroad you... Yeah, clearly this is exactly where we are. Alright, we can plant an explosive in any number of places. Yep, overalls are under here. They, of course, don't have anything in their apartment. We scout around and find good places to plant the bomb. So there's nothing there other than places to plant the bomb. Nothing on our balcony, as far as we can tell. Let's head back and see if we can't jury-rig something from inside the autopsy room. So one of the last things we have open to us is calling Central. Who's not around, of course.
Great. I couldn't confess even if I wanted to.
Figures. And there's nothing in here that we can use to do the autopsy. So we saw that the maid was back in here, and we saw that Lau's desk was pretty much occupied. What about ours? We got anything in here?
Huh. I guess I should have turned these over to the evidence locker.
Yeah, I guess you should have. So, I'll be honest, it's a little gross that we have Gil's hand with us. And I will be further honest and say I kind of wish that they had just left you with these in your pocket, you know, as opposed to sort of making you hunt around for them, but whatever, that's the way that it goes. With Central occupied and Lau out of the picture, we can do a little, yeah, pull his femur right out of his body here. You know, I hate to say that the police have gone down in their procedures since the since the old days, but well, I can't help but feel that this would have been harder to get away with in like a modern day police station.
Human femur from the engineered suicide bomber's remains. Because of his parental genetic tampering, it's packed with explosive nitrate compounds.
And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, well, it looks like we have all the makings of a bomb right there. So this is a super interesting twist that in fact a blackmailed police officer is setting this up. We're basically an amateur necromancer at this point, walking around as we are with a human femur and a cut-off hand. You know, I know about adventure games where they make you carry around weird things, but this seems like it's kind of topping the charts. So let's go ahead and stick it. Yeah, all right. Let's. Here we go. And now we've got this prepared bone, so let's drop it in the turlet and get the heck out of here. Turlet seems like as good a place as any. I don't think it matters where you place the bomb. Anywhere really in the apartment works just fine. And that works, so down a level, if we'll recall. I'm not sure that this is... I don't know if they think this is going to be a surprise at this point, but it's not. There's old Mandela's apartment. She fortunately manages to escape. I don't know how we didn't think, boy, I wonder about the people right below this in the apartment. Or if we couldn't, I don't know, have set up a different bomb or got something else, but whatever. That's the way it goes. And that's the end of this chapter. So I'll see you next time for Meeting of the Minds.
It'd be an understatement to say it's been a bad day.
Agreed.